As we move into the final 15 minutes or so of this conversation, I'm going to acknowledge folks in the audience. So if you have questions you want to ask for clarification or react to the panelists, just raise your hand and I will recognize you. I'm going to ask each of you to sort of give me a sense. You have those 3 a.m. Moments when you wake up and you're in a panic and you're sweating because you can't figure something out. In this area of beginning to develop these rich assessments for students with disabilities, what are the things that are causing you the greatest concern right now? Where are the places where you think we've got a lot of work to do, or where there might be an impasse at this point, or where administration may be difficult? I can take any of those forms.
I'll jump in, since I most recently had that panic moment as I couldn't find a hotel. And I was driving around Arlington and Alexandria. The thing that keeps me up at night is a concern about people's willingness and readiness to innovate. I know that we're ready to innovate, but innovation is tough. You know, it's so much easier to just do what we've always done, and we can't do what we've always done. We have to do better than we've done before. And so getting everyone to be open to that innovation, getting contractors to be open to writing items that allow for embedded supports, getting them to think about how various supports can work without negating the construct validity. I mean, that's actually, it sounds easy. Let's just innovate. And I think we're creatures of habit. And so that's what worries me. How do we push people to that place where they say, yes, we can do this better. We can do this differently.
Rachel.
Well, my state partners in the room know that we're working on some very challenging new frontiers, but I'm not up at night worrying about that. We've got the right folks at the table working away at those. But Nixon and DLN are alternates to Park Martell. And what keeps me awake is that if I'm a teacher, a principal, or even the state executive state, where Park and Nixon, or Nixon and Martell, or DLN and Park, whatever combination it comes to test day, and everybody goes to a different interface, and when they get the reports, they're separate. That would be amazing. So understanding how to weave together a comprehensive system that includes every child, and that gives us the information we need so that all kids are included in the same considerations in the state. That's keeping me awake a little bit, but I trust these folks to, when we finally, when the dust starts settling, we're going to look around and say, okay, folks, my gosh, we've got to solve this together. That's where I need.
Good, good. Alan.
Developing what we call learning maps, and it's looking at all the skills and knowledge, cognitive demands that kids need to have for ELA and mathematics. We have certain target dates that we have to get all this on our map, our technology-driven map, and we have a review coming in early January So it's like, help. And we got screaming sometimes. Those are a few of my favorite things.
Michael, are you rested well?
Actually, we share the same 19 minutes, I think. You know, when we started this whole consortium, I was thinking, wow, 5 years and $180 million, that's fabulous. What we're finding out is it's not much time at all, it's certainly not enough money.
Yeah.
But specific to kids with disabilities, something that I think is both scary and wonderful is that through adaptive test delivery technology, as opposed to fixed forms. You know, the fixed form test, at best, we're saying that you can have certain accommodations for one session of the test or something like that. But because of computer adaptive testing, we can actually deliver accommodations or accessibility options on an item-by-item basis. But what that requires is that every item has coding or tagging behind it that tells the computer, turn the talking calculator off, turn it on. Yes, they can use real analysis, no, they can't. And another thing, you know, I can do it after testing, it takes a lot of items. It's way more than a regular fixed form test. And so the magnitude of the task is just something that wakes me up at night, just developing all those items and making sure that we look at each item and the construct is supposed to measure and make sure it's tagged correctly so it's delivered correctly in terms of the accommodations for accessibility option on opposite. The magnitude of the task is huge.
I just want to clarify, the fixed form doesn't prevent us from providing item-by-item accommodations through the computer accessibility. That's those embedded, through embedded reports. We can turn them on and off if it's a technology-based delivery model. And of course, there will be some students who won't have a technology-based delivery model and will have.
Yeah, and I apologize, I didn't even imply that they're.
Good, healthy conversation between Marvin and Park. Any questions in the audience? Obviously, one outcome of better assessments is better diagnosis of students and interventions. Another is that these assessments, if done well, can provide guidance to adults about their behavior. So I'm just wondering if, as you've talked about how these new assessments can drive adult behavior in different directions, what are some of the visions you have for all of this? Rachel, let's start with you.
Well, I mentioned the work we're doing in districts where rising tide is lifting all boats and what adults are doing about it. And actually, the summative assessment is one piece of comprehensive way they think about and gather data on how all kids are improving, and then tying things like resources and professional development to them. I do think that if we can really be committed to innovate like we're all working for doing, that perhaps data will be better than some of the tests. We're really banking on a comprehensive system of curriculum instruction and assessment in multiple ways that the adults in the system take responsibility for every student in the system. So will better tests give better information to adults? Yes. Will some of the tests ever give them what they know to assure all kids succeed? No. Unless it's really innovative. We haven't heard of it. But we're really focusing on the system, comprehensive curriculum instruction, assessment, professional development, data-driven focus for all kids.
Good. Alan.
We're focusing on very similar issues, maybe not as much on curriculum. We have a embedded portion of our system that will provide teachers ongoing weekly information about how students are doing so they can adjust their instruction. We have also the summative keys because we have to have the summative keys for
Bonnie?
Well, certainly, first of all, I think providing models on both the diagnostic assessment that we're developing, which will give real-time data, and also on some of the assessment where they'll see performance-based assessment tasks that allow for a wider range of things that we can measure that maybe have been more difficult to measure. Just seeing that, having teachers see those opportunities, I think will spur ideas and innovation in the classroom. And then also providing purposefully instructional supports. PARC is a state-led consortium, and our states are very strongly committed to the instructional supports and the professional development that teachers need to make this a reality and a real change for all students. Very happy we just released our model content frameworks in mathematics and in English language arts. They're online and taught online. That provides some instructional support for implementation of the Common Core and ideas for how one might organize the standards for instructional purposes. We're in the process of developing model content frameworks for K-2. We have planned online training modules for professional development, for folks to understand how to use the data that comes from the assessment. It's great if you have all of this data, but if you don't know as a classroom teacher what to do with that data, then having the data doesn't really push anything forward. So making sure that we provide kind of step-by-step, comfortable instructions on what do you do with the data and how does it work for the variety of students that sit in a teacher's classroom. And then also PARC will be developing educator leader cadres, 24 leaders from each of the PARC states will come for training, both online training. We'll have a professional learning communities of practice that will be ongoing to make sure that as we get ready for the assessment and then as the assessment unfolds, that our teachers are getting the kinds of supports that they need and that our states are able to do with what they've set out to do, because they've set out to make a change and to see every student succeed.
Anything to add, Michael?
I was going to say what she said. But I will just quickly add this. I think that in both of our, actually two of our consortium, we're focused on this notion that we have one set of standards that is what gets measured summatively on interim assessments, but also conformative assessments in the classroom. And I think that that's going to be a huge benefit for teachers once they see that, this notion of career quality readiness is not something that we just do on the state tests once a year. But in fact, we have interim assessments that will be able to also reflect on that. And I think another thing is that the emphasis on technology is also going to make all consortiums provide much better ways to report data to teachers, to schools, to communities, and in far more useful ways than what we have now.
I want to give each of you a chance to make any statement. When you were invited to sit on this panel, if there was anything you said, there's one thing I want to say to these people, and Jean Bullhoit hasn't asked the right question. Anything that you would like to say in a sentence or two to this audience?
This was an interesting experience for me. When I was getting ready to come down, I thought, gee, I probably should do a Google search and see what's out there about career college readiness, the Common Core standards, and students with disabilities. And so I put those terms in, and two states' presentations came up, and they were quoting a paper that I wrote in 2000.
All right.
And I forgot I was even writing it. And by the way, it was in a tiny publication, kind of a newsletter for the Council of Administrators of Special Education that was called 10 Reasons to Use Standards in IEPs. And so when I looked at the things I was saying in 2000 about standards, and it's the key to the general ed curriculum, and it's a roadmap for teaching, and it's all about LRE, and it's a common language that general ed, special ed can speak. And I'm looking at the Common Core now, and I think
point. Alan, any comment?
I think one of the most exciting things is that we're actually talking about this college and career standards, and we're in the same room with general educators, and it's taken a very long walk to get to that, and I would say it's a walk versus a run. It's not happened very quickly, but we need to embrace it, and I think it's taken us a long way so that we do an even better job delivering services to students with disabilities. I would just, it's an exciting time. It reminds me of when I first started a few years ago, and I started when 94-142 passed, the summer when I started graduate school, and it was an exciting time. There was energy, and people wanted to make the biggest difference possible. I feel that energy now for the first time in a very long time about all the possibilities for kids, and so I think it's exciting from that perspective. Not that I was born in this.
Rachel, any final comments from you?
Well, I opened by saying that the students who participate in alternate assessment have surprised us the last few years, that we had expected little. But I want to make a comment that most of students with disabilities will participate in Park and Smart Balance. And we had expected little for them, and they've proven us right as well. So I guess although I'm devoting my effort to students with the most significant cognitive disabilities, I urge you to really focus on what we have to do to turn around the assumptions and beliefs about what students with disabilities who participate in general assessments can and should be doing. And it too will require intensive intervention and supports to support teachers, both general and special ed backgrounds, to change, break the mold we've slipped into, so that these great new tests actually measure how rapidly they can shot up in their birth rate once they're taught well.
And Bonnie?
I want to echo what Rachel is saying. I think it's so important that we all look for ways to innovate and I'm constantly challenging myself. I think, like Alan, it's such an exciting time. 4 years ago, as a district level director of curriculum and professional development, I shared with the then director of special education, that I wanted to talk about full inclusion with our county assessments. How could we include more students with special needs in the county assessment system? And could we look to universal design for learning and training our teachers in universal design for learning, both for the assessment function and as well as for instruction? And just 4 years ago, she said, wow, that's going to be really challenging. And now, as we're having conversations about Park, there's no question that the Park assessments will use universal design for learning. There's no question in that school system that they are working with universal design for learning, both in instruction and assessment. So we have made some very rapid changes as a country, and I see more rapid changes coming, and it's just a really tremendously exciting time for all of us, especially for our students.
All right, let's thank our panel for this opening session. So hopefully what we've done in this first session is to set a context for the kinds of changes that are underway, to enlighten you a bit about the developments that are underway in the assessments, to create a sense of urgency about the task, and to assure you that there are good people at work. But also, I hope you heard the pleas for cooperation and coordination and communication as this moves forward. This is an important moment for our country, and we have a tremendous opportunity to better serve our children. Sandra, any final comments from you?
Thanks again to each of you, and Jean, thank you for leading the conversation. We really appreciate it. You'll have an opportunity to chat more with each of the four assessment consortia reps during one of our breakout sessions this afternoon, so get your questions